Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Smokey and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Smokey's ability to understand and respond to his basic on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And with him, the only correction that we give is a tiny little tug and release on his martingale collar. And that is the training equipment that he's going to be coming home with on Friday. And you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Smokey's sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Smokey, heel. Now, at this point, Smokey has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. And each time that you stop walking, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking with him and you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. If for some reason when you're walking with him and he puts the brakes on and doesn't want to move, always remember, if you move, he has to move. And don't let him get away with that. Now, Brandy does a lot of praising with him, confidence building. She uses a happy voice, she pets him and loves him, and this is the way that we have found to get the best out of him. Muscling him or being mad with him just doesn't work. He needs that love and that positive reinforcement. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Brandy walks all the way out to the end of her 6-foot training leash, and you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up to a 3-minute long sit stay. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks counterclockwise all the way around him, ending up back where they started at heel position, and then she gives him another heel command.
Good job. Go boy. Sit.
And you can see that he's very focused on her, that he's looking up at her. And that's what you want. You want that attention from the dog to be on the person on the other end of the leash. Now she drops the leash and walks away from him, comes all the way back to heel, stops at his shoulders because that's what he expects. She picks up her leash, and then she tells him to heel again, and heeling means walk with me. Nice automatic sit. She leaves him in a sit stay. She walks out to the end of her training leash, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the come on command.
Smokey, come.
He comes right in and sits right in front of you, facing your knees. He's really gotten very, very attached to Brandy because she's given him so much positive reinforcement. And he's not motivated by food. He's only motivated by praise. Now this is your down from a heel position. Open flat of your palms, straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him just as she did on the sit stay, stopping at his shoulders. And at that point, you have to give him another command, and you could almost see him anticipating her saying heel.
Down.
Very nice.
Stay.
She drops her leash and walks away. And he's able to hold that sit or that down stay.
Stay.
And if you're practicing this at home with him and you're dropping your leash, when you get back to those shoulders, remember you have to stop and pick up your leash, because that's as far as he's gotten as far as intermediate training.
Good boy, good boy. Good job. Good job. Yay. We're so good. Down. Stay.
Nice down and stay.
Smokey, come. Come. Come on. Come. Under the table. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, you're so good. Come on, heel.
That's your come from a down position.
Good job. Good job. Sit. Stay.
Now this is your down from a distance. This has been a harder command for Smokey because he's like Velcro dog. He wants to be right on you. If he loves you and trusts you, he wants to be right next to you. So Brandy gives him about 3 or 4 feet away, and then she gives him that down command from a distance and another stay, and then backs up to the extent of her leash. So we think that this young man has done, and he's not a young man, he's a middle-aged gentleman, has done a wonderful job and come a long way. Brandy has sneezed and coughed and made all kind of weird noises. He has not spooked from her. He loves her, and he has done a great job here at school. We're very, very proud of our Smokey. We'll be seeing you on Friday, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.